Hey guys, today is July 9th and I am leaving Madeira. I'm leaving this stunning view. It's currently like 7:30 a.m. and we are catching a flight at 9 a.m. this morning to go back to Lisbon and to go to Comporta from there. So let's go! After our first destination in Portugal, we headed to our second one called Comporta. We started off our first day here sitting by the beach in a cozy restaurant that made us drool over every plate that walked by us. The relaxed energy running through this area made us instantly calm. With many books and articles written about this small village, we were excited and thrilled to be seeing it with our own eyes. The water turquoise blue and the soft sand under our feet made us understand why it was such a renowned place, even though our expectations of the town were underwhelming at first as we had expected more activity. The village itself stands proudly with around 10 boutiques where the goods are semi-expensive but mostly handmade and tailored. The locals are extremely friendly, but the town is also filled with many French tourists. We also came across a small and beautiful church which was well maintained and where I immediately felt comfortable. Hey guys, I hope that you are all doing beautifully well. I am sitting here in the beautiful views. I feel like I haven't really sat down and talked to you guys about this whole trip. This was a last minute trip that my dad planned and it's been really peaceful so far and it's been great to have the opportunity to see Portugal. I'm really loving it. I'm currently staying at a very traditional hotel and it's really beautiful. I feel like when I stay in traditional hotels and places, it really makes me experience the full thing firsthand. The last hotel I stayed at was pretty modern and I didn't really get a taste of it, but this, I definitely get a taste of what it's like. I mean, definitely to a greater extent just because it's not, you know, like it's a hotel and it's pretty nice and I'm very aware of that, but the architecture and the energy, I'm sure is similar. Good morning everyone, I hope you're all doing beautifully well. Today is Wednesday, August 10th. It's our first real day in Comporta and we're having a beach day today, so pretty chill. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm back. I didn't vlog a lot today because we spent the day at the beach. We didn't really do much and I didn't really have anything to show, but I felt like I would take this opportunity to sit down, talk a bit about how I feel about all this traveling I've been doing, how I like Portugal. There's a lot of things that I need to unravel, but I'm gonna do my makeup at the same time. So being in Portugal has been amazing. I've always wanted to come here and I just never had the opportunity to. This was a last minute trip that my dad booked and I was really excited about it. I went to Madeira and right now I'm in Comporta. My dad was particularly very excited to be in this town just because he said he wanted to take his retirement here, but he's never even been here. So I honestly much prefer Madeira. There is a certain beauty in the formation of Madeira, how you can see the untouched marks of the volcano on the island, and I like how secluded it is. I felt very safe because usually on islands I don't feel that safe because I feel so far away from everyday life, but I didn't feel that way in Madeira. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I feel like when you're traveling you can't have expectations for anything, because this also happened to me in Barcelona, where we ended on Barcelona because we thought it was going to be our favorite city because everyone built it up to be their favorite, and we went there and I was a little disappointed. Like, Barcelona is not my cup of tea. I can understand why some people may really like it, so a little disappointing on that front. I think traveling you can have expectations. I think that's kind of the moral that I'm trying to get at. I'm thinking of making kind of like a recap of my travels this summer and talking about the places that I really enjoyed going to, because I feel like that could be really interesting. And also a lot of the travel content that's on YouTube I feel is very catered to a certain type of person, maybe someone who travels for a living, or maybe someone who travels in kind of a backpacking way, or someone who travels for certain purposes. None of those are really me except for the backpacking one. I would love to do a backpacking trip. I don't know. All that to say, I'd really like to talk about that a little further. I feel like I haven't developed what I'm trying to say very clearly. I also wanted to talk about the relationship with parents when you're trying to be independent. It's a very odd transition period because I feel like when you're still a teenager, like 18, 19, even 20, you're kind of still considered a child under your parents' rules. And it can be really suffocating when you're trying to be your own person. I really wish that certain things were different with some of my family members. Maybe a little more trusting would be nice. My parents gave me a lot of space for myself. Like, they had no problem with me moving across the country, going months without seeing my mom, and they had no issues with me doing that stuff whatsoever. But going back home and having to live through restrictions again and trying to let your parents know, like, hey, I have been living on my own for a while now, and you still don't understand that things need to change now that I'm home. Like, it's not because I'm home that we can go back to our old ways. I feel like it's very difficult to understand that as a parent, and I want to give them the knowledge that I understand. At the same time, I feel like sometimes it's hard for them to understand us. Another thing I wanted to talk about was father-daughter relationship. Okay, well, every dad is different out there. I'm not gonna generalize. However, my dad, I didn't grow up living with my dad, and it's really tough to live with a parent who hasn't seen you every day of your existence, because they don't know you in the greater sense of the word. They kind of just know you for who you are, kind of who you want to be, because it's only a short period of time that you're seeing them. But when it comes down to living with them for a couple weeks, maybe even months, your true self starts to unravel, and sometimes your parent doesn't necessarily like that. For my case, it's my dad. So I don't know if any of you guys have parents that aren't together anymore and lived the majority of your life with one parent, but I get you. It sucks. I feel like the best way to go about it is not to pretend anymore, because if anything, you're also part of the problem if you're not doing anything to improve the relationship because you feel like you have to be fake. I mean, no one asked you to be fake, you know? But I know that in some circumstances, a lot of people do it to protect themselves. I get that. But also, if you need to protect yourself from a certain individual, I don't know if that individual is worth keeping in your life. Anyway, that's all I needed to rant about today. I'm sorry I got a little personal there, but let's go to dinner. everyone, it is Thursday, August 11th. We are still in Comporta. Guess what we're gonna do? We are gonna go to the beach. But we also found another town like 20 minutes away from Comporta, and it seems a little more promising. Like, it looks a little bit bigger. Looks like there's much more to do. Looks like there's more action. So we're gonna go see about that, and hopefully it'll be better. Also, I tanned, as you can tell. Look at my face and look at my neck. I'm so happy. I haven't tanned in years. Well, that's such a lie. I haven't tanned in a year. Let's go. We started off our day visiting one of the most beautiful hotels in Comporta, which was hidden in the forest and felt very botanical and secluded. We met these 4 lovely cats that I immediately fell in love with as well. We decided afterwards to head to Soch, which is on the other side of the water from Troia Beach. We took the 30-minute long ferry and hoped to see dolphins along with the fun boats passing by us and the water rushing under us. Once we arrived, we headed straight to the market that we came to see, called Mercado do Livramento, and walked along the beautiful ceramic walls and the fresh, colorful fruits. We then sat down at a small pizzeria on the edge of the market and took in the new environment. On our way back to Troia Beach, we saw dolphins swim along boats. This was a spectacular moment which will forever be cherished in my heart. After a few hours at the beach, we headed back to the hotel. On our way, we came across this market selling all kinds of different things such as dishes, cork supplies, jewelry, and food. There was even a local concert going on. We decided to grab some fried squid and enjoy the unfamiliar yet comfortable surroundings. Why is it so dark? Better. Hi everyone, today is Friday, August 12th, and I am going horseback riding on the beach this morning. It's like 8 a.m. right now, so I'm so excited. Let's get this show on the road. On this beautiful morning, I was lucky to go on a horseback riding trail along the beautiful paddy fields into the dunes and on the beach. I even had the chance to gallop with one of the guides. The wind rushing through my hair and the intense feeling I get while riding will never be beaten. This was an unforgettable experience. We finished our last day walking around the village once again and going into this small art exhibition talking about why we want to eat cute things. I know, this sounds weird and odd, but it was super interesting and the art was impeccable. We ate at the beautiful hotel we went to earlier during our stay and had a lovely dinner before heading back to our hotel and sleeping in order to head early up to Lisbon and enjoy our final destination here in Portugal.